You guys are stuck with me today, and the family is all the way. And I know they really hate missing that they don't get to help me go live, but I wanted to pop on and show you guys our flourless oatmeal bars, okay? These are easy peasy lemon squeezy. I've actually made these before, but I will still have to look at the recipe because I have to double check everything and make sure I'm not messing up while I'm talking to you people. But this has been part of our shows where we talk about some of our swaps, and easy things. This is a great recipe because it's actually flourless, and you're using chickpeas. So you're not only making it gluten-free, but you really are making it healthier because you're adding some protein and fiber, which are great for making you feel fuller longer. So these are going to be a lot of fun to be able to share with others. And surprisingly, the chickpeas in the recipe are delicious. So let me grab the rest of my ingredients real quick and we'll go ahead and get started. Just gonna turn these around. And another egg. Okay. So I know so many of you guys would love to see how this goes. So, let me move my batter bowl over here because we are going to use our manual food processor. This is kind of a non-skid bottom, so you notice it's not going to move around on you. You're not going to have it sliding all over the place while you are trying to grate your food. So, I'm going to get my eggs cracked. They're going to go in here. And then I'm going to use my smooth edge can opener that I have sitting right here. Now this can opener doesn't go on conventional ways. It kind of locks on when you go clockwise. And you turn it around. And you're going to feel a little bit of a release once you get all the way around the can. It'll kind of click. And then you turn it counterclockwise. And then you have these little pinchers right here. You pull it up. And both edges of the can are smooth, so you don't have to worry about cutting yourself or your family cutting themselves, anything like that. The lid falling into the can and possibly contaminating your food, anything like that. So I'm just draining and rinsing these, and funny enough, these garbanzo beans had some kidney beans in with them. We don't want those. So I'm going to finish getting the water out. I just used our smallest stainless steel colander. These things are fabulous. Okay, so I've got everything in here. I am going to put the lid on. Operator error. So then I'm going to unlock this. And it's just a pumping motion. This is nice and compact. It doesn't take up a lot of cabinet space. So if you're limited on space, the manual food processor can do a lot because it can do things like sauces, mixtures. You can kind of chop food with it. It does not give the same consistency. But if you had limited space where you can only do one or the other, this is a great option for you. Plus you have a 5-year guarantee on this. So this is actually mixing this and creating kind of a paste. It will be lumpy. You don't necessarily want it totally smooth, and you're not going to get it totally smooth. So this is just so they can cook and break up faster. They mold together. So we are about done. I'm going to lock this back. I'm going to pop this. Now this lid is only a hand wash. You can put the rest of the pieces into the dishwasher, but I always end up just hand washing them just because it's easier that way. And be careful with these blades. They are extremely sharp. I don't want anybody to cut themselves on it. So I'm going to put this into my batter bowl. So our batter bowls are handy because the markings are permanently etched into them. This one goes up to 8 cups. Plus we have our prep bowls and smaller batter bowls, everything like that. They're all oven safe. Makes it handy for you to be able to make a cake, anything like that. The smaller ones you can do like custard and flan. So easy peasy. So, oh, I forgot my measure all. So, we're going to use a half a cup of peanut butter. And this is such a handy tool, you guys. So, I am going to, this is our mini mixing scraper and this is our small mixing scraper. These are my favorite. I use them more than our other scrapers. They are so handy. But this is one of our specials this month. When you purchase $75 or more, you can choose between our 2-cup measure all or our 1-cup measure all. Now, I know so many of us are always trying to figure out how to easily do peanut butter, mayonnaise, sour cream, anything like that where you don't have a mess. And this is a great way to be able to do that. And of course, if you have somebody that's allergic to peanuts, you can use another nut butter. If they're allergic to all nuts, I do not know the solution. But, okay. So I'm going to just scrape this off and it's clean. So this will come, and this does liquids and solids. This will come apart and it goes in your dishwasher, okay? Throw that in there, and I need my towel to wipe my hands. Okay. Then I need vanilla. So I just need a teaspoon, and my kids never put away my measuring tools right. So I always have to look for them. Okay. So this one goes all the way up from a teaspoon to a tablespoon, and the other one goes from 1/8 of a teaspoon all the way up to a teaspoon, okay? So then you have all sorts of measurements in 2 measuring spoons, and they're easy peasy to use, and will last you for years. Okay. Hey! Part of my dogs, they've heard the neighbor mowing the lawn. I know, you too, good Lord. Okay, so we're gonna mix this. We're gonna mix it. Okay, it's getting nice and thick. Okay, so I don't like white chocolate chips. This calls for white chocolate chips. So I am doing caramel and butterscotch. The butterscotch I am going to melt on top. The caramel chips I'm going to put inside. You could do, I think last time I used regular chocolate chips, and they were easy peasy. And I am not going to measure these because this is about half a cup and I want to use the rest of this bag. So I'm going to mix this in. Okay, now I need to do my oats. These are our measuring cups. Handy dandy, and I'm trying to make sure I have the correct amount. Okay, I need a half a cup. So then that way they stack together and they lock all in place, so that way you don't have to worry about losing them. They are dishwasher safe. Again, I usually just hand wash them just because they're so easy. And we do have a leveler that my kids put in one of my drawers that I cannot find because they didn't put it with the other stuff. Alright, so I'm going to put that in. I'm going to do my brown sugar because I can't read. Alright, so I'm going to do the brown sugar. You want to pack it in there. That recipe calls for being packed. Occasionally you won't have it as packed. But you want to make sure you read that and do it accordingly or you won't have enough. Okay, and then I need some cranberries. Cranberries and white chocolate usually go well together. I actually love cranberries. I bought this at Costco, as you can see. Okay, now I'm going to do a little bit of salt. Now you never want to do, and of course I shouldn't say never, you generally don't want to pour the salt over the bowl because then if you accidentally over pour, you have a mess and your food's too salty. So this is my baking soda. I had a big container that was taking up too much space, so I used my prep bowl. It works beautifully. I'm going to put these in the microwave to start melting them. for when I'm done. All right, so these are all mixed up, almost all. Nice and thick. So I'm going to use our medium scoop for this purpose because that's what it calls for. And I'm using our brownie pan. A lot of times you can use our large scoop for the brownie pan and any muffin pans, and that's perfect. But this one, that's what it calls for, so that's what I'm using. All right. Oh, it smells so delicious. I love this. The peanut butter really just makes it come together. Okay. Let me move all my stuff out of the way so I can use my kitchen spritzer and spray without hitting my pans. I'm going to use my kitchen spritzer, and I'm going to spray the walls of my brownie pan. Now, using Pam will create a buildup on your pans, any of the non-stick pans and any of your stoneware. So you want to make sure those additives that are, propellant, you don't want to use those. You want to go ahead and use something like a spritzer, like our kitchen spritzer. I love ours. The new redesign is wonderful. And then when you're done, you just release the pressure, so that way it's easy peasy. Okay, so we're just going to pop this in. And I'll make it prettier in a few minutes here. Alright, so I'm going to go back and just fill this because it calls for 12. So sometimes I underload my medium scoop. So it's always better to go back and add where you need to. And not, there we go. All right, so there we go. And the thing I love about these scrapers, they're silicone. They're not going to permanently stain on you. If they ever do stain, you can set them out in the sun, and the sun will bleach it back to normal color. But you can do these with iced tea, red sauces, anything like that. You can use it as a spoon. Plus, it gets virtually everything out of the bowl. So you're actually using everything that you're having a higher yield on your stuff. So, all right, minimal dishes, minimal space taken up. I'll set those in there, and then I'm going to turn the camera around so you can check these out. And then I'm going to pop them into the oven. So you guys, they're so easy. And then when they're done, I just will drizzle I'm going to do the butterscotch on the top of them. And enjoy. So I'll set the timer because I like to use my kitchen timer. Just be sure you're setting a timer. So, alrighty. Let's see, there we go. All right, so that was quick and easy. I am going to go and make some more cookies for today. We have an after dinner theater tomorrow, and I am making cookies. So I'll be cleaning this stuff up and working on that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. And hopefully you can see how quick and easy some of these recipes are, how the swaps can be easy peasy, and you would not think that this was beans at all. It's not the texture of beans. So any of you guys who don't like that texture, it is a normal texture of like any other brownie and stuff. It's pretty neat how well this works. So it's tried and true. Pampered Chef goes through extensive testing with their recipes. This recipe can be found on my website and in some of the theme shows that I've been doing. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.